What's going on, everyone? Aaron here with Clean Cuts Lawn Care. Today we were going to make a video on our route, but to tell you the truth, out of all our lawns, we didn't even cut half of them. It's been very hot, dry, nothing's really growing. So we did our bi-weeklies because they needed done, and a few that houses for sale that we have, they want kept up on. But I've been waiting to do a review video on the Husqvarna trimmer. This one's the 525L. It's a 25.4 cc. It has an 18-inch reach on the string. I've been using it for, I want to say 3 weeks, and now it's time to do a review on it. So it's definitely a solid trimmer. It has the power you would expect the Husqvarna to have. The 18-inch reach is great. That helps out a lot, especially when you're going down your fence lines or maybe coming off of a structure. Where you want to get that width done for your mowers to come through, leaving you a space. So yeah, it definitely has a lot of power, but just like anything, it has its positives and its negatives. So I already said that a positive is the power it has and the reach it has with the string. The negatives, which I'll tell you now, I noticed immediately day one rather, of using it. Now, we do have a Husqvarna stick edger that we use. We're going to do a review on that probably next week. The stick edger we use is the 525 ECS, another great product that they make. But back to the trimmer. A negative is I really don't edge with a trimmer anymore. We do run the stick edger, but there are times where the edge barely grows and you just want a quick run through there. This is not the trimmer for it. It does not like to run upside down or at an angle. It runs perfectly fine as a trimmer, which is what it's used for, at its normal angle. But as soon as you flip this thing over, okay, you notice a loss in power. It runs extremely rough. The vibrations are intensified by 2 or 3 or maybe even 4, and you hear a lot of rattling. That's one thing I do not like. I have checked this engine out myself. Everything's fine, everything's intact. Nothing is loose in there, but as soon as you flip it over, you just hear a big difference. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. I'm going to do a little bit of trimming just to kind of show off its power, and then I'm going to flip it over and see if anyone kind of hears the difference in noise that I'm talking about. So let's get it started. So as you can see, like I said, it has the power. That 18-inch reach is great, and that was at its normal running as a trimmer. Let's turn it back on, flip it over, and maybe you can't hear it. Maybe you can only feel the difference, but let's see. I heard it, but I'm also right next to it. And I looked at the shaft as I flipped it over, and I don't know if you can see on camera, but you can clearly, notice the significant difference from it being flat like a trimmer compared to flipping it over, attempting to use it as an edger, which, it's not really the correct way to edge anyway. A trimmer is made to where it's sitting flat and it's cutting that grass. When you flip it over to attempt to use it as an edger, you're really just tearing it. Okay, it's not doing anything good for the grass. It might cut that edge out for you, but you know, a trimmer wasn't really made for that anyway. So let's say out of a 10, I would give this Husqvarna a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I think it's a great trimmer. I'm happy we have it. I love using it, definitely for its power, but I'm more happy that with this we bought the stick edger instead of trying to use this or depend on this, you know, as an edger. So we are going to do a review on the Husqvarna 525 ECS next week, but I'll show you real quick just so you know what we're talking about here. This here is the stick edger that I'm talking about, the Husqvarna 525 ECS. Just like a normal stick edger. You have your wheel, your blade, your guard, you know, and the motor obviously is just like a trimmer. But we're going to do a full review on this, just like we did with the trimmer. And that's about all I got for you right now.